If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Powerful, right? But what if I told you that in America, the land of the free and the home of internet arguments, your right to say whatever you want has some very strange limits? Stick around, because today we're diving into the bizarre legal reality of free speech and just how unfree it can sometimes be. You've probably heard it. It's a free country. I can say what I want. Well, you can, until you can't. The First Amendment protects speech, yes, but even that sacred right comes with a long list of legal speed bumps. And some of them, straight up absurd. From yelling fire in a theater to cheerleaders fighting the Supreme Court. Yeah, that happened. Let's unravel the wild world of what you thought you could say in America. Let's start in 1942. World War II is on. Big band music is hot. And one guy in New Hampshire is mad. He's a Jehovah's Witness handing out pamphlets and someone calls the cops. So he does what any chill citizen would do. He calls the marshal a damn fascist. And boom, he gets arrested. Chaplinsky versus New Hampshire makes it to the Supreme Court. The result? The fighting words doctrine. The court rules that some speech stuff that could cause immediate violence isn't protected by the First Amendment. So if you walk up to someone and call them a goat-sniffing fascist clown and they punch you, congratulations! You may have just spoken unprotected speech. Apparently, sticks and stones may break my bones, but if my words start to fight, the law taps out. Next up, hate speech. Here's where it gets weird. There's no federal law that outright bans hate speech. But if it crosses into harassment, threats, or inciting violence, you're in legal hot water. So technically, you can say awful things, but if you say them while standing outside someone's house, shouting with a megaphone and throwing glitter, well, the courts might see it differently. It's not just what you say, it's how, when, and where you say it. And the federal versus state chaos? Some states have their own twist on hate speech laws. So what's legal smack talk in Texas might get you charged in New York. This one's a classic. Can you yell fire in a crowded theater? The answer, no, unless there's a fire, in which case definitely yell. This came from Schenck v. United States 1919, where the court said speech that presents a clear and present danger isn't protected. Charles Schenck was handing out anti-draft leaflets during WWI. He got arrested. The court basically said, free speech ends when your words start causing actual chaos. So if your words have the power to cause a stampede, a riot, or a TikTok dance flash mob in front of the White House, yeah, they might be legally limited. Now let's talk about social media. You post a spicy take, it gets flagged. You yell First Amendment. Here's the kicker. The First Amendment doesn't apply to private companies. Twitter, or X if we must, Facebook, YouTube, they're not the government. So when Facebook deletes your conspiracy theory about lizard people in Congress, that's not censorship. That's moderation. Thanks to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, platforms aren't liable for what users post, and they're allowed to take content down. It's the internet version of my house, my rules. But here's where it gets messy. Some say platforms are protecting users from misinformation. Others say they're censoring based on ideology. So where's the legal line? Answer, it's blurry. Like uncle at a buffet line blurry. Courts are still trying to figure out how freedom of expression works in a digital world run by private tech overlords and chaotic comment sections. And when Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are unofficial referees of speech, let's just say it's less land of the free and more terms and conditions may apply. Let's talk about one of my favorite modern cases. A teenager posts to Snapchat after getting cut from her school cheerleading team. Her post, F school, F cheer. Relatable, the school suspended her, but she sued and it went all the way to the Supreme Court in Mahanoy Area School District vs. BL 2021. The court ruled in her favor. Why? Because it was off-campus, private speech. The big takeaway? Your school doesn't own your weekend Snapchat meltdowns. Free speech wins, but she still didn't make varsity. But wait, you say? Isn't advertising free speech too? Yes, but with rules. If your energy drink says it gives you wings and your customers jump off a roof trying to fly, you're going to have a bad time. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, cracks down hard on false advertising. You can say your lotion soothes the soul, but you can't say it cures cancer. One company claimed their supplement cured Alzheimer's. The FTC slapped them with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. So yes, speech is protected, but lying in a way that costs people money, health, or brain cells. That's where the line is drawn. The First Amendment also protects the right to protest. But again, not anywhere, anytime. You need permits. You can't block emergency services. In some states, you can't protest near courthouses, schools, or funerals. So yes, you have the right to assemble, but not on the mayor's lawn at 3 a.m. while screaming into a megaphone shaped like a bald eagle. Free speech isn't a free-for-all. It's powerful. It's protected. But it's also tangled in decades of court rulings, case law, and contradictions. From 1940 street fights to TikTok bans to a cheerleader flipping off the Supreme Court. The law is still asking one big question. What does free really mean? What do you think? Should hate speech be protected? Should social media platforms control what we see? Drop a comment below. And if you learned something weird today, hit that like button and subscribe for more legally absurd content. Catch our next video where a guy tried to sue Anheuser-Busch for $10,000, claiming their ads caused him emotional and financial pain. No, really. Until then, stay curious, stay legally absurd.